I figured out a new setting on my recording device. You'll have to let me know if you like it better. The difference ought to be, if this is working, that yes, we have a good bit more fisheye. You see my fence is not bent, but we also have a much wider field of view. Or at least that's what I think is supposed to be happening. So we'll find out. It's an incredibly dreary, somewhat chilly day, but you know what? It rained. I'm so excited it finally rained. I had watered quite a bit, primarily due to concern that things might start to die if this rain kept postponing. And it's always good to water, even if you know it's going to rain. If things are really dry, that helps the soil not be hydrophobic. Hydrophobic means that the particles that are hyper dry have a tendency to not be able to absorb water as quickly as particles that are already damp. So that's a pretty big difference. So I'm glad that everything was relatively watered in so that this rain could do its most. See how much more wood chips I used? So you can kind of tell that it was like here. That was a pretty flat section, like it was all smoothed out so my wagon can go up it, but oh, speaking of which, I left my wagon out in the rain. Looks like we got less than an inch. I'll have to take that in. So let's look down the cliff. Oops, left my shovel out too. Do you remember my permaculture fails video? Where I talk about how much I leave my tools out to get ruined by the elements? Yeah, it's still a thing. So you can kind of tell where I did water is going to be a lot wetter, and also where the cliffside swales are set up. So you can see this is really dry still. Two reasons. Tree. And the other reason is that the water's going to be hydrophobic, so it's just going to shed down the hill. Mycelium from fungal matter, mushrooms and stuff, is going to help that absorptive property hold. And the other thing that would help is the roots of the plants are going to help direct the water down in, even when it's super dry. I'm going to harvest these. Those are so cute. I love the wolfberries. So right here, though, this is basically cliffside swale, where the pathway is deeper than the soil ledge. So the water is going to pause here and have a chance to seep in. It's almost level and just slowly creeps in this direction, and it would appear that accidentally the overflow ended up down here, which works out pretty well. And this, which I watered, you can see is still nice and damp, and some of these areas up around where it would have stopped behind the tire, but also that the water was wicking out. You can see that compared to here, the soil is just so much happier about this. And this is nicely mulched, so it's hard to tell if it's retaining water or not. And also this poor plant's going prematurely dormant, but I'm looking forward to having my buffalo currants like in ground and producing again. That was a really, really good change. There are ones in a pot set into the hillside over there too that I have yet to decide how I'm going to handle them, but this is really good. I hope they don't mind pine. Guess we'll find out. They're pretty aggressive. I can't imagine them minding. Oh, look. Ha! Ha! And the wagon. Yeah, I finished very thoroughly yesterday. I did a really good job of cleaning everything. Nope. Oh, could you hear me? Oh, gosh. When I hold the camera left-handed, I have a tendency to put my thumb over the primary microphone, and that's annoying. Yeah, so Also, fingers in the frame. Sorry if you saw my injured finger. It's kind of icky. I'm doing great here. Got my arms full of crap that shouldn't have been left out in the rain. And I don't even have the wagon yet, but I'm doing my best. Haha. Let's bust my way through all these plants here and maybe harvest some raspberries again in a moment. Ooh, yeah, there's some good ones there. So, the apples are doing well. The quailies are doing well. You know, Henny Penny is a good 6 months old now, and she's laid 2 eggs in her life. Let me put these somewhere a little more sensible. Yay. NACTO got in touch, and I think they're going to send me something a little more useful this time. We'll see. Hi, little quailies. I cleaned out their bin a little bit. I turned a slotted spoon into a sieve. Haha. So that is the cleanup. And there's Henny Penny in the back looking at us like a terrified little creature. This one, that's Henny Penny. Freaking out. Oh my God, no, come near me. But I'm wondering if she'll ever start laying eggs, because, honey, you're trouble. And then let's see. Everything's very damp. It's good. Really hoping I'll get my mosquito dunks soon, because that bucket is driving me crazy. But also, there's plants growing in there. I can't just, like, you know? So, yeah, back here. I love the little calico asters. Look at them, aren't they cute? The bees love them too. And this raised bed's doing really well. And so's... Oops, what did I step on? Oh, plastic spoon in the yard. So's the asparagus. It seems that that scraggly asparagus at the end is apparently a female asparagus. Huh. Go figure. I've got more mushrooms back here. But I still do not seem to have wine caps. We'll take a peek. There should be some there. Or here. Or in between the plants in there. There's something digging along the sides, so that's why I keep leaving this branch here, is so that nothing digs up the primary bed. And then over here, it would be protected a little more, but no, I don't see any mushrooms in here either. Still no mushies. It might not be something that happens the first year. I don't know, but there could potentially end up some there in this area. And there could potentially end up some underneath the elderberry, which would probably be the first place I'd see them. Yep, well, that's the tour. I hope you enjoyed it. Dreary day, wider shot. Take care, everybody. Bye.